Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is feeling frustrated with their current situation or their current surroundings. We've got the feeling lost card, which says, I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's just easier to stay silent. And then we have the runaway card. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. So I do think that this could be somebody who lives at a distance from you, or this is somebody who is feeling like it's an emotional distance between the two of you. Sorry, my candle's trying to go out. So there's a need to, I guess, recalibrate for them, and maybe they feel like getting out of the current environment is how they can get to that point. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of magenta, and I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is a link to the membership detail if you would like more content. So let's start with, we're going to start with I think it's called Modern Goddess. What do we have? Shout out to Joanna for this. All right, what do we have? The 10 of Pentacles, High Priestess, and Magician in the reverse. Wow. Interesting to have the High Priestess with the Magician in the reverse, but it feels to me like we have somebody whose batteries are drained. I think this is someone who normally is doing quite well, but the current situation has called for a vacation, called for a break. I need to get away from this. I need to just kind of clear my head, or I need to be able to not focus on this project or concern that has been dominating my mind. Hello, Atala. How are you? Hello, Angel. Hello, Zhao. What's going on? My readings are starting at $40 USD up to $100, depending on the length of the reading. But if you want to email me, I can send you the specifics. There are no ads in the readings, by the way. And I upload them as an unlisted video on YouTube, so you can watch it whenever and however you want, or however much you want. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like I've been working. Everything's been so difficult. I've had all of this, stuff that I have to deal with, but I haven't had the time to actually just take a breath or relax, take a nap, or I don't know, watch my favorite show, because the focus has been on what everybody else needs. So this could be somebody who's a parent. So I do feel like it's an ongoing task, right? I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I get home from work, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do that. So the Magician is in the reverse because we have somebody who feels like they're losing a little bit of their power, right? Batteries drained. So yeah, I think this is someone who just needs a break. The Moon, the Chariot in the reverse, and the 6 of Swords in the reverse. I fully agree with this person. Just a little bit of a break would work wonders for them. We have the Moon and the Chariot in the reverse, feeling like I know there's more that I could do, or feeling like there's more that I should do, but I don't have the motivation. The Chariot's in the reverse because it takes so much effort for me to get everything done. I feel like there's a never-ending list, right? 6 of Swords in the reverse because it's never ending. I never feel like I'm getting to the point where now I can put my feet up, or there's nothing else I need to worry about. Yeah, I do feel like I'm reading for someone who has children. You could be a step parent. You don't have to be the biological parent, but I do feel like there is just a sense of responsibility, and I just need to have a little bit of a breather. Can I live? It happens. All right. Let's get some oracle cards for you. This is the signs of the times. Sorry, I gotta put it a different way. There we go. What else do we have? I was talking about energy and power. This is someone who needs a break because this is power lines and energy at the bottom, by the way. It is number 36 in case that's important, but this is for you to be able to keep doing what you need to do, or for this person who you're thinking about to be able to continue doing what they need to do. A break is required. Like, give me a vacation, give me a day trip, you know? This will help their creative juices or their appreciation for what they have in their life. Number 44. It will also help rejuvenate a romantic relationship. So I do feel like I'm doing a reading for two people who maybe aren't always in the same location. Maybe somebody has to travel for work, or maybe somebody's been traveling because of family obligations. But it's like we're two ships passing in the night. We always have too much to do. I always have too much to do. You're always doing something else. Let's take some time for ourselves. I will say this. There could be someone out there where this is a single parent and they're able to find childcare and they want to get away with their amour, right? Let's go with the Fairy Lenormand. What else do we have, please? Number 35, the Anchor. And 36, the Dark Night of the Soul card, the Cross. So a lot has happened all at once. There could be some concerns with regards to family obligations or even somebody who's passed away. My condolences if that resonates for you. But holding it down or like standing on business despite all the chaos that's going around is what's surrounding the person I'm reading for. And while they've been able to maintain some sense of sanity or stability, it's not sustainable if they don't have some sort of refreshment, right? If you're working on a hot day, painting a fence or mowing the lawn or whatever it is, and you don't take a little bit of a break to drink some water or lemonade or whatever it is, then you're probably not going to be able to get as much work done. So, yeah, definitely a vacation or some sort of break is prescribed. This is the Earth and Bones Oracle. The key, number 26 and 19, Stoicism. Inner calling, clarity, resolve, intention, objective, peaceful, harmonious, receptiveness, and manifestation. Yeah, this is saying things calm down, but you also need to find a way to make sure that you have that opportunity to slow down and breathe a little bit, have a little bit of relaxation, right? This is the Earth Bones Tarot. AGP, how's it going? Did I say hello, Rainbow Warrior? I hope I did. Hello, Steven. Am I going to be spoiled? It's time, Lucas. What else do we have? King of Wicks or King of Wands and the 10 of Petals or 10 of Pentacles. King of Swords in the reverse or King of Crystals in the reverse, and the World. This is a very like domineering energy in this reading that seems to be kind of making an otherwise happy existence really stressed. So this does feel like something to do with work, or I'm trying to resolve someone's estate. Maybe I'm trying to help somebody get into a better situation as far as their health. But this is a lot of stress to be caring for so many other people's needs and kind of not finding the time for their own. That's why there's probably a lot of intuitive messages they're receiving that say, hey, maybe you should like go here or do this, or maybe someone even volunteers to like take over their responsibilities for a week. It's like a lot of nudges confusing this person because they feel like they have to stay on top of all of the tasks, but they also feel really pulled to taking this time off. Hello, Jared. How are you doing? We've got the Page of Jars, which is the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Wands or Eight of Wicks in the reverse. Okay, so I love this card so much. The Page of Cups is usually like a younger individual holding up a cup with fish in it. So it's perfect that, we have the beta here, or the fighting fish, because I feel like this is saying if you don't take some time to yourself, or if your person doesn't, if this couple doesn't take some time for themselves, then what you don't see coming or what you haven't been able to address is going to become a bigger problem, because you can't really put this fish with another one, right? They don't want friends. This is saying your disposition, maybe the sanity you've been able to hold on to, it might be on more questionable ground if you keep plugging forward, right? You might need this break more than you know. So the Eight of Wands is in the reverse because it's like you got some things bottled up. Maybe you just need a nice massage, So the Teacher, which is the Hierophant, some of you may even have a boss that tells you to take some time off. But this is, I think for most of you, indicating that it's time for you to appreciate the things that you've learned, maybe process something that's difficult that's been going on, because you're asking too much of yourself right now, is what it looks like. We are organic matter, okay? We are not machines. We do have to take breaks. Did I say hello to Jared? I hope so. Hello, how's it going, Machine? Hello, Ripple Duck. Hello, Liam. What's going on? So we've got the Hermit, and thank you for letting me know that, Liam. Hello, Kelly girl. We've got the Hermit and the Chariot in the reverse. So this indicates a bit of a concrete wall ahead of you that you may not know about. If you've ever watched the cartoons with, what was it, Wile E. Coyote, always running into the painted walls that looked like a tunnel, but it really wasn't. This is why you're getting so many messages about needing to take a break, needing to have some time to yourself. For others of you, you may also meet somebody if you are not in a relationship right now. This trip may be one of those moments where you're in the right place at the right time to connect with somebody that will become an important feature in your life. Three of Wicks or Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Page of Crystals, which would be the Page of Swords. Yeah, I think you're going to get some sort of notification, or maybe even like, here's a discounted offer if you want to stay at our hotel, or hey, did you know you could rent these boats? Like, fun fact, one of the funnest things I've ever done, is that actually a word? One of the most fun things I've ever done was they let you rent these little boats. What do they call them? Like cigarette boats or something? Just like tiny little speedboats. And you can like boat around the islands in Miami. So amazing. You might get like some sort of offer like that. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, I really want to do that. I think I'm going to do that. You know, you got to make sure you're being financially responsible, but this is clear. You need to take some time for yourself. Three of Wands is also about not exerting yourself, because that's a card, if it's in the upright, of taking action. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Knight of Jars, which is the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Petals or Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, this is a very strong message that comes through because you are supposed to get a break away from someone who's been quite demanding of you, or perhaps even people. They could be children. For others of you, this is saying you are being called to go on this trip, or you're being called to take this time off, or, you know, maybe it's even like go to this park because you're supposed to meet someone. This is someone you haven't met yet. So whichever resonates for you. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. Shout out to Peggy. What do we have? What else? I feel like there's something on there. Ooh, Judgment in the reverse and Strength. If you were, you know, dealing with a tire that was repeatedly losing air even after you tried to, you know, keep it where it needed to be. If you were dealing with a windshield that was continually, like, the crack was getting worse in the windshield, you would do something about it. But you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and I'm not going to say you look haggard, because you don't, but you know you could be in a better situation, and you don't see the comparison there, right? There's a need for you to address that. You know, maybe you need a massage, maybe you need to sleep in, maybe you just need to not have to wake up to an alarm clock, maybe you need to not have to like make food for other people, but you need a break. It's going well, thank you. So Knight of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse. Wow, and the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups in the reverse. This is rough. Okay. Some of you need to take some time away or get out of town for a very specific reason. This is timing working in your favor, not just because you need this rejuvenation, but for some of you, there's also something that happens while you're gone that you really don't need to be there for. Maybe there's an argument between your siblings. Maybe there's some ridiculous meeting at work. Maybe some customer loses their mind. I don't know. But this is saying, you know, what you feel like you need to stick around for, it's not your thing. It's not your responsibility. Maybe there are people who need to have their own conversation and not make it your problem, you know? But getting away from it all is the goal. Queen of Swords in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Getting out of town because there's negative energy here. And if we don't take this little break, it does feel like there's a bit of regret. It's like, you know, if you don't take your vacation, then maybe you have to deal with like a visit from the bigwig at your office. If you don't take the vacation, then all of a sudden, you know, like school's canceled due to weather, and now you have like even more work. You know, like there's something here where it's like you've got to be able to take your moment when you can. Empress in the reverse, 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Because I do feel whoever's energy I'm picking up on, there's something here about you being a bit of a superhero that's stubborn. I can do it all. I don't have to, you know, delegate. Just give me enough time. I only need like 4 hours of sleep. It's fine. No, actually, you need more than that. You need to take better care of yourself. You deserve to be cared for. the way that you seem to prioritize taking care of other things or other people. All right, let's see what else we have. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. I just realized all the tarot have been gifted to me. Joanna, Anonymous, Peggy, and Tiana. What else do we have? Judgment in the reverse again. A decision that hasn't necessarily been made, but I do feel like we have some intuitive pull, right? I know I should take a break. I know I should maybe take a couple days off of work, or I know I need to, go get my pedicure. High Priestess, intuition. You know that there's an opportunity, or you know that now would be a good time, right? To focus on a little bit of something different. Not the same checklist, not the same responsibility for everybody else, but do something for yourself. Maybe it's been a while since you've traveled. Maybe it's been a while since you've been able to do something that wasn't for someone else. 5 of Lightning or 5 of Swords in the reverse, and the 5 of Candles or the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So I do expect you to think long and hard about this because you don't want to cause any issues for other people. But at the end of the day, I do think you're going to realize I would be able to accomplish more when I come back if I have this opportunity to really rest and, work through everything that's been happening, even if it's just, emotionally or mentally. Focus on the like button. I like it, Redbeard. How are you doing? We've got the 2 of Pumpkins or the 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pumpkins or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 9 of Pumpkins, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. I do think that you'll be able to be proactive, put together a plan, find an opportunity. It may cost a little bit of money, but I feel like it's going to work out. Maybe it's discounted. Maybe somebody even says, hey, do you want to go stay at the cabin this weekend? There's something here that enables you to get away and focus on the things that you want to be able to do. And your intuition is going to tell you, yes, do it. That's what you need. A little bit of R&R, right? A little bit of an escape. And with somebody that you care about, because we have the 2 of Potions. This could be a best friend. But I do feel like for many of you, there is a romantic experience or a romantic partner that joins you on this trip. We have the Emperor and the 5 of Potions or 5 of Cups. So 555, change. Sheryl Crow, a change would do you good. So we've got somebody that is making a decision. You know what? Yeah, I think I have earned this. I think I have worked enough to justify taking a little bit of a break. And again, this 5 of Cups is telling me if you don't take off this time, I feel like you're going to be looking at, the same 4 walls or, the same people you've been dealing with and going, I should have gotten on that plane. I should have taken that road trip. Why didn't I go when I had the chance? So do it. All right, this is the Universe Cat. Hello, Magic Man. How are you doing? I will go for a couple more minutes, y'all, but I can warn you, you might hear my stomach growl, so I probably need to go eat some food. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Impulsive energy. I feel like this is the opportunity that comes in. Again, it could be somebody who just says, hey, do you want to take this, or do you want to stay here for the week? Do you want to house sit? That kind of thing. And with the Fool in the reverse, I do feel like this is either a place that you've been before or something where you're like, I've always wanted to be able to get to know that place better or go back there. There is something here about you being able to draw in the right opportunity for you to get away. We have the Five of Swords. The problem is you tend to focus on others more than you should, or it's difficult for you to focus on yourself. This Six of Swords is a reference to travel because you are supposed to be getting out of town. Get away from it all. Judgment and the green suit in the reverse. Yeah, it is time for you to put on the indulging hat, right? Go do something fun. Go fishing. Go, I don't know, shopping. Or just don't talk to people and like binge your favorite TV show. But you've earned a break, putting up your feet, not having to look out for everybody else. All right. I'm going to leave it there, y'all. I love you. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.